across the association in 30 minutes. Welcome to Nothing But Net on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, where we discuss the happenings of today's NBA through the eyes of a couple of old heads. That's the Midnight Rider. I'm C. Perry II, and thank you for joining us. And remember, you can catch Nothing But Net Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook Live, and now X. The audio version of Nothing But Net is available on Thursdays on all of your favorite podcasting platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio, just to name a few. And also, make sure you're subscribing to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network on all of our social media platforms. Now, with that being said, yo, Midnight Rider, let's jump it up, bro.
Let's go. Let's get it started, man.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta laugh. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I do have to laugh at this. Okay. We had a fight in the NBA, a brawl between the Eastern Conference leading Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets, who were actually coming into their game with the Pistons on an 8-game winning streak. And a fight broke out. Now, Midnight Rider, now we old school, right? So when it comes to NBA fights, what are your initial thoughts when you see or hear about an NBA fight?
I see a lot of getting held back because you want to be held back. And the only person that really shocked me in this was the Stewart kid, and I thought he was going to get a longer suspension because he came off the bench, but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of pushing now. There aren't many punches thrown. And then by the time the punches are thrown, they're throwing the punches going backwards. Like, they're not putting anything into these punches.
Yeah, one thing I've always learned, man, tall guys don't want to fight. They really don't. Okay? They really don't. I mean, the game is a finesse game, so why fight? You know what I mean? But
Right.
but this one, was a scuff up, and it dominated the headlines the minute that it happened. So of course, a fight occurs, somebody got paid for it. So the suspensions went out. So so we had the suspensions here, and 4 players, 2 from each team, were suspended. From the Charlotte Hornets, you have Miles Bridges suspended for 4 games. You have Moussa Diabate suspended for 4 games. From the Detroit Pistons, you had All-Star Jalen Duren suspended for 2 games. Will still be able to participate in in All-Star Weekend, and Isaiah Stewart getting the biggest suspension, being suspended for 7 games. And the reason given for Isaiah Stewart's suspension, and now they said his suspension was based on, in part, to his repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts, and also the fact that he came off the bench. Yeah, none of these suspensions surprise me. You come off the bench, you're going to get hit with a suspension. And to be honest with you, come off the bench, you should be hit with the biggest suspension, because you weren't in the game at the time and you weren't part of the fight.
Look, man, I watched that suspension come out. I thought he should be got 10. Honestly, came off the bench, wasn't involved in the thing, initiated contact. I love this is even just called a brawl. If this is a brawl, what the heck was the Malice in the Palace? I mean, what was that? If this was a brawl, just ask your questions, man.
Yeah, look, the Malice in the Palace was bad PR, is what it was. Okay, That's what it was. It was the The wrong fight that happened in the exactly wrong time. This this was a scuffle, but I see your point. I mean, I thought he was going to get longer than actually, to be honest with you, I thought all of them were going to get longer than the games that they were given.
I didn't think Diamante and them did enough. But if you've ever been to like a little kid's soccer game, that's kind of what this brawl looked like, where the soccer ball goes in one spot and the whole crowd goes there. And then the whole crowd. That's what it felt like, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
But you know who's funny out this whole thing? The one person that won't feeling it at all, and that was forward Duncan Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Duncan was just like, what we doing?
Exactly. As you can see, while it was going on, Duncan was like, I got traded from Miami for this. He coached it. And and then he walking back, pretty much walking back to the bench while the push-up was, what was going on. And I've seen comments on social media that, and I'm assuming that there were some, of course, some fan comments, on Detroit radio that weren't too kind to Duncan Robinson. Look, guys, newsflash. This ain't 1987. These ain't the bad boys. If you can avoid missing money, being suspended, costing yourself some checks, you do that. So to me, man, look, bravo to Duncan Robinson, because I know if the situation, if I was on the Pistons, let me tell you, or if I was on the Hornets and that was going on, I would be. Here's where I would be. I'd be standing on the bench. No, it's not even a bench. It's actually a chair. So I'd be standing on my chair and I'd be like, damn, but that's it. That's it. That's it. This is no longer the time and the age where you trying to squabble up with somebody, bruh. Nah, this ain't that game.
Stupid.
But yo, man, look, this is tonight, and I think there's some games. Let's see, are there some games tomorrow night? But we are on the verge of All-Star Weekend. Which is, kind of. I'll say this: it's kind of, sort of, what's I used to refer to as the midpoint of the NBA season, but technically it's really not, because we already reached the midpoint of the NBA season. But I digress. So the NBA All-Star Game, and the one thing I'll say this: I've always given it up to Adam Silver for wanting to try things different. He's had some hits and he's had some misses. A lot of the misses have occurred with All-Star Weekend and Sunday. Mm-hmm. So this weekend, the format is USA versus the world. So 3 teams, 2 teams with US, with US born players, and 1 team with international NBA players, that is. 4 games played, 12 minutes each. It's done round robin style, with the championship being played between the top 2 teams from the round robin portion. And we got 2 teams, 24 players, 12 from each conference. Like I said, I'm always going to give Adam Silver his due for trying to make the main event, the Sunday game, exciting. But this ain't it. This ain't it. I mean, I like the USA versus the world concept, actually. I really do. However, this way ain't it. What do you think?
That took too much time and energy to even explain.
Exactly.
Like it should just be we roll the basketball out, we play, and let's get it done. Like let's just go. I give Adam Silver for trying to think of innovative ways to make it more competitive because that's what he's lost. He lost the competitive edge, and he lost that the second 2-4 called it a career. That's when the game
Yeah.
changed. When he
Yeah.
left, that changed the whole thing. Because if you notice, LeBron doesn't carry that same energy. And this isn't a bash LeBron session, but it's just a different energy when it comes to this. And now you don't see the challenges, you don't see the squirrels, you know. And maybe I'm longing for yesteryear, but this just don't do it for me enough.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I don't mind change, but the change has to, that change has to make sense. Uh yeah, and uh, I got to get in here with my man Tone. And ever since Adam Silver allowed the players to choose your teams, I can't take the All Star game seriously. I think it's a little bit too late. It's like covering a gunshot wound with duct tape. Bro, look, man, I agree with you on the choosing up sides. The whole taking it back to the playground. No, that to me, yeah, that did not work at all. To
Love the
me,
concept, though.
yeah, love the thought. Once again, love the thought and love the attempt at trying to, do something different. To me, if you're going to do USA versus the world, then it should be just a normal all-star game.
Yep.
With a US team and a world team. As even with the world, think about it. Even with the world team, you can take US based or US born players and put them on the world team based on their family background. Like, think about it. Karl Anthony Towns will be able to play on the world team because his mother's Dominican.
Okay.
Okay. I think also the same thing with Donovan Mitchell. So it can be done if it was done as just a regular 4-quarter game. But these round robins, nah. I mean, these round robins just do not work. Question: did you hear Fox Sports Nick Wright? And Nick Wright is someone that I've always respected. Did you hear his suggestion for the All-Star game?
I hope it's not like home court advantage or anything like that.
No, it's worse than that, bro.
Go ahead.
He said black versus white.
Hey. No, I'm joking. What I think is that I think the NBA, they should get a sponsor. They throw how many is 12? Throw 12 million in a briefcase. And whatever team wins, you get the briefcase.
Or, and we've said this before as well, you want to make it exciting, steal from Unrivaled. That one-on-one tournament. Incredible.
But that one-on-one should be Saturday night.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get into talk about Saturday night. In fact, let's go ahead and get in and talk about Saturday night.
they bring Mac McClung back for another dunk contest?
No,
That's
no, actually, they're not.
Mm.
In fact, I mean, shoot, he just, he just picked up another two-way contract. But here are your competitors for the slam dunk contest: Jackson Hayes, Kashad Johnson, Carter Bryant, and Jace Richardson. The only thing that makes this interesting to me is Jace Richardson. And the only reason it's interesting is because of who his father is. Former slam dunk champion Jason Richards. Other than that, yeah, I mean, look, the
problem with this is bigs.
Mm-hmm.
You got too many bigs in this, and it's not gonna, because when they make the dunk, it's gonna be like, oh, okay.
It's just big. It's
right.
It's just a big dunking. You're supposed to dunk.
Yeah. Now if somebody takes it off the top of the glass and dunks it, then maybe we got a conversation. But we gotta get creative with the bigs.
Yeah. But I mean, look, man, and it's been a minute, but the 3-point contest, that's where, that's usually where the star action is. And, this year, look, man, this year is no different. What are your thoughts about defending champion Damian Lillard, who's injured, competing in this year's?
That's crazy that a lot of injured players just do it, but it must mean he's like days away or weeks away from coming back to play. That's the only thing that makes sense. And if it's not, then it doesn't make sense at all.
You trust you, bro. He ain't coming back.
Bro, and this is, I hate to say it, I'll go ahead and throw my pick out there.
Mm-hmm.
This is Con Knipples to lose.
You think so?
Con Knipples should come in like Larry Bird and ask them who's playing for second.
Actually, if I'm gonna make a call on who I think is gonna win this thing, my money's on Norman Powell, believe it or not.
Okay. I think this is 2 weeks in a row that Norman Powell's got love on this show. So
yeah, I mean, shoot, look, he deserved it. He's earned it. This is his first weekend, All-Star weekend as an actual All-Star. So yeah, just go ahead and make the most of it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Now the only thing that I was missing up here was the team skills competition, which actually looked interesting because of the teams that were actually listed for it. I know that of course me, I'm gonna be supporting Team Knicks, which is Jalen, Karl Anthony Towns, and Allen Houston. But the team that had me and that had me intrigued was, did you see Team Harper?
No. Is that Dylan? And
that's Dylan. Is Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs, Ron Harper Jr. of the Boston Celtics, and their dad,
Ron Harper,
NBA champion Ron Harper Sr.
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's that, like I said, really, really, interesting to watch this team. Let's see, Team Cavaliers, who won it last year. So you got Team All-Star. Team All-Star is Scotty Barnes, Chet Holmgren, and the legend on their team being Rip Hamilton. Okay. And get this, Team Cameron. Team Cameron is Con Knipple, Jalen Johnson, of the Atlanta Hawks, and Corey Maggette.
Okay. Spaghetti McGetty is what this kid always say.
Yeah, well, this is, and it's funny, they named the team Cameron when you could have just named the team Brotherhood and just, kept it moving.
Hey, is what it is, baby.
Yeah, so
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's going, I'll say this: it's gonna be fun. It's going to be fun. Don't know who's performing, but yeah, everything is going to be fun up until Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, I would have listed the celebrity game, rosters, but we ain't going to do that.
Nah, don't do that. Give us the regular rosters, and then let's hop into the expansion right after that.
Actually, let's go ahead and jump into expansion. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just
let's
just go ahead into the expansion. All right, so the NBA governors are going to be discussing NBA expansion, which we knew was coming, and the two lead cities for expansion actually make the perfect sense, which the lead teams right now are Las Vegas and Seattle.
That should be the conversation.
That should be the end of the conversation. One, Las Vegas is now a sports hub.
The only thing I think is, I think Seattle should come back with the classics. I don't know if they can get that from Oklahoma City, but they should come back with the Supersonics.
Oh no, okay. I'll go ahead and break this. They are coming back with the Supersonics. Okay. And because that was one of the promises made, that if Seattle got back, they would be returned. They would return to being the Supersonics. All right. So it's like I said, it's Seattle and Vegas. Seattle and Vegas, because they're only going to let two in. So the biggest question that you're going to have is realignment, and realignment meaning that two teams that are currently in the Western Conference would have to move to the Eastern Conference to make space for the two expansion teams.
All right, so it's New Orleans and who? Because New Orleans.
It's funny because the three candidates that I've heard: New Orleans, Memphis, and Minnesota.
That's it. I take a line, draw it down the middle of the map. Whichever one is the furthest east out of New Orleans and Minnesota, you in the east, the others in the west, and we call it a day.
It's and I'll go ahead and say it. Look, it's Memphis is Memphis and New Orleans, and then you just call it a day.
There we go. All right. I'm glad we can solve the NBA's problem on this show at this time.
And let's
hope
all
we get them to do is get them to listen to us.
And let's like I said, and let's hope they don't make it difficult. They shouldn't. The only thing difficult in this decision is what's going to be the name of the Vegas team, and can they con LeBron James to play one more year with that Vegas team? That's it. That's it.
Well, why would you even do that? Why wouldn't you just stay into letting Bron do the victory tour, in Cleveland, and let him go off in the sunset that way? Even though it's his third time with him, but I see the Vegas thing. But I think Vegas is its own attraction. I think the reason that the cities fall in love with Vegas is because everybody makes Vegas a destination spot. The only problem is The only problem is now you're gonna have somebody trying to come to Vegas on a Tuesday night, and that's not gonna happen. But those weekend games, are gonna be crucial. Like you're gonna have people traveling in for the weekend games.
And let's hope, especially this rumor that I saw going around this week is not true, which is multiple time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson is a free agent. And the Golden State Valkyrie are extremely interested in signing her.
What's wrong with that?
While the Golden State Warriors are interested in getting their hands on Bam Adebayo.
Hey, man. What's that song? It's a family affair.
Man, them babies. Whew.
Hey.
No, it's funny. Look, it's funny. Look, it's funny. Before we go, I'll share this story with you, okay? So, have a close friend of mine. She's a she's a manager at Clemson University for their volleyball team. And she played volleyball. She played Division I volleyball. Was an excellent player, and she like 6'3". She like 6'3", 6'4". Okay, and one night she told me, yeah, when I have a child, the father is going to have to be over 6 feet tall because that's going to be an NBA baby.
There you go.
And she was, I'm like, yes. That's exactly what that is. Okay. That's planning it out perfectly. But look, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't going to keep you long. Okay. As always, thank you for joining us on the Sideline Junkies. Yeah. Nice prediction, Tone. Get rid of that. So,
predicting, you can't predict 5 cities.
Exactly. It's once again, you heard it here. It's only going to be 2 teams. Those in 2 teams in 2 cities. Those 2 cities are going to be Las Vegas and Seattle.
Makes the most sense. You got to give Seattle their team back because Seattle never deserved to lose it. And Vegas is the big market that you always want to get your hands on because if you see whenever the Athletics get to Vegas, you got the Vegas Knights there for hockey. You got the Raiders there, and the Raiders probably lead the league in game prices. So yeah, it's just it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, and let's be honest, and now that
we've embraced gambling.
Look, and now we've embraced gambling, and now that the fear cherry has been broken as it relates to Vegas, it's only fair that the NBA gets there. Okay. Yes, look, ladies and gentlemen, remember you can watch Nothing But Net Wednesdays, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and now on Twitch. Catch the audio version of Nothing But Net on on Thursdays, and make sure you are following us on all of our social media platforms. So, for the Midnight Rider, I'm C. Perry II. Until we see y'all again next week, enjoy All-Star Weekend. Enjoy your happy Valentine's Day if you're doing anything on Valentine's Day. And look, everybody, as always, swish, fall back till we